What's up guys? Welcome back to yet another weekly Respill episode. This week, let's talk about a leaked voice note going around from Jeffree Star, Trisha Paytas addressing rumors between her and Jeffree copyright striking a smaller channel, and Nikita Dragun shading her ex-boyfriend on Twitter. Let's get into it.
Weekly Respill, yeah.
We finally have an update to the situation that we talked about last week involving Jeffree Star and his two ex-friends speaking out about him. The first update is about Cam Lester. As we talked about last week, Cam was good friends with Jeffree and came out with a video on Instagram saying he was scared of Jeffree and no longer supported him. A few days after that, a video came out from a drama channel called Sebastian Williams with a leaked voice note that was sent to Cameron from Jeffree after his video went live.
Girl, how much did you smoke today? I told you to grow out your facial hair, and I checked on you after your breakup. Is actually the last thing me and you spoke about. That is the most craziest, manipulative, most insane thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I know you're upset. Your boyfriend left you. He stopped loving you. Your roommate moved out. You attacked Fenty, they didn't respond, and now people are coming for you for supporting me. So you trying to flip the script and make up a bunch of lies and make me the devil is so boring. Girl. By the way, cute goatee. Come back to earth.
Now, I'm just gonna say it, this voice note is absolutely gross, especially to send to someone who you once considered a close friend. It feels like he tried to get into his head and use sensitive subjects like his breakup and his roommate moving out to hurt him. After the voice note got leaked, Cameron took to Twitter to talk about his feelings about what Jeffree said and why he thinks he said what he said. He was just preaching about Black Lives Matter on his platform, then send this to a black gay beauty boy who just said he was scared for his life because of his manipulation tactics. He sent this voice note to keep painting a narrative that I was lying and doing all of this because I was upset with the things going on in my life. Trying to spin the narrative and plant the seed that everything was false was why that voice note was sent. This man is 34 and I'm 23. He knows how to maneuver and exactly what to say and how to say it. Jeffree Star has yet to address the situation on any of his social media platforms. The second update we have is regarding the video Jeffree Star's ex-friend Tab uploaded. In this video, Tab made many accusations against Jeffree, from using slurs to talking negatively about his two friends, Rich Lux and Trisha Paytas. I talked about these in depth in my video last week, so instead of going over everything again, I'll leave it linked down below for you guys. A lot of people speculated that Jeffree was making fun of Trisha once she left his hotel room. Even though names were never dropped, people connected the dots and it honestly couldn't have been anyone else. Jeffree seemed to be ignoring the accusations Tab made until someone replied to one of his tweets saying, "Have you checked on Trisha Paytas to see how she's doing after your Vegas trip? We'd love to know, sis." Then there was another interaction between Jeffree and the person who tweeted him, but those tweets are now deleted. Although one reply from Jeffree is still up, and he wrote, "No, you tried to degrade me with your rude comment. Doesn't sound like checking in on her. Sounds like believing a rumor and then being mean to me by using my friend's name. Not good for anyone's mental health." Surprisingly, Trisha actually quote tweeted Jeffree and wrote, "This is getting annoying. There's so many lies on so many topics about me lately. I can't keep up, nor do I want to. I go by people's actions on how they treat me, not by what the internet runs with. People just want reactions. I'm so over it." Trisha also addressed the situation on her podcast. She never named any names, but she talks about how someone reached out to her and told her that her friends were talking behind her back. She goes into detail about how it made her feel, and I'm guessing she's talking about the same situation Tab mentioned in his video.
But if it's like, hey, that person called you fat or whatever, I had a situation like this recently, actually. It's like, hey, like, you're a good person. I just thought I should let you know, like, you know, when you left, they were talking shit about your weight and your skin and your hair, and like just triggers all around. I was like, oh, why? And it makes me so angry, and it gave me crippling anxiety where I couldn't breathe. And this is the night Shane actually FaceTimed me because I was so overwhelmed, and I never come to him with drama or like problems. This was a situation where I'm just overwhelmed, and it took him, we FaceTime for hours and tears, and he kind of said the same thing. It's like, why did that person even tell you, you know?
Jeffree replied to more people who were calling him out for Tab's video, and he responded by saying that no one actually cares about him as a human or his mental health. Now, a lot of people found this ironic because it's no secret that Jeffree has participated in many very public takedowns of other influencers. Speaking of Jeffree Star, the other day Jeffree uploaded a long notepad apology to his Twitter addressing 2 photos that have been going around. This statement is very long, so let's read it together. Over the last week, a few photos and screenshots from an old website splash page from 2004 to 2006 have resurfaced, and I'd like to address them. When I was 17, I stupidly referred to anyone who was obsessed with makeup as a lipstick. It was offensive, derogatory, and for shock value. It does not reflect who I am today or what I stand for. It was a slang term when I was young used by TV shows like Seinfeld, who had characters named the Super Nazi named after a crazy cook. That's not an excuse, but it's just giving context. The word itself is disgusting, and I will be deeply sorry to anyone who had to see that, and will continue to be sorry for all the dumb, vile shit I've said in my past. I want to clear up the miscommunication that I ever had a makeup company before Jeffree Star Cosmetics. That is 100% false, and a rumor started to smear my name. The website that someone is claiming I made never happened or existed. For a few days, I launched a splash page with a very graphic photo of me and bleeding. It said coming soon. It was intended to be a URL for my livejournal.com profile. I ended up never using it, and the same week dissolved the URL and tried to erase the horrible images of me self-harming from the internet. Also, I've seen a very old photo of me standing next to someone who has a Confederate flag on in a diner in California. I was asked to be in that photo for shock value because I was gay, and obviously not what the flag represents. I was mocking the flag, but now I see how ugly and wrong it is to be next to it. Should I have told them no to the photo? Absolutely. But I made the stupid decision to stand there, and I'm sorry for my actions. I will always agree with canceling the Jeffree from 10 to 15 years ago. That person is long gone. But I'm also extremely proud of owning an inclusive makeup brand where I celebrate all races and genders. I won't let my past overshadow who I am today, and will always use my platform to spread awareness. I want to apologize and say sorry again to anyone who I offended with my past actions. I will always be sorry. I'm asking anyone who has reposted or shared the image of me myself to please stop. I let someone photograph me when I was really young, and I regret doing extreme things for what I considered art at the time. And seeing it every morning when I turn on my phone has been really triggering and hard to process. Was something I was addicted to as a teenager and has always haunted me. I hope as human beings, anyone can see why seeing these pictures over and over again isn't healthy. Thank you for reading this. Now, let's focus on the last sentence where Jeffree asked that people stop sharing the image because it's very upsetting for him. Once Jeffree put this statement out, Dustin Daly on Twitter pointed out something that has people side-eyeing why Jeffree would ask people to stop sharing it. He wrote, "I'm side-eyeing the out of that statement about the mentioned picture because it's right here in this music video." I think what Dustin is saying is, why would Jeffree ask for people to stop sharing it because it's hard for him to see when it's in his own music video that's still up for anyone to view? Jeffree Star jumped on his Instagram story to further talk about his statement.
I created a URL called lipstick.com. Now, back then in the early 2000s, it was a slang term. The term is wrong, it's derogatory, it's vile, it's disgusting, and I should have never used it. No excuses ever. But I want to let you know the context of that, and it was a slang term that I used, that lipstick Nazi was like people who were obsessed with makeup. Horrible decision. I think what is very concerning is people resharing the image. For anyone who sees this later, please stop resharing that image. It is so awful for me to replay that over and over and over.
We yet again have another drama involving Jeffree Star this week. The other day, a smaller YouTuber named Liam posted a screenshot to Twitter that showed a copyright strike on one of his videos. The strike was submitted by Jeffree Star, and it was on a video that Liam made exposing Jeffree. For those of you who aren't familiar with how the copyright system works, if someone re-uploads your entire content to their channel without any commentary, you can file a copyright strike and have the video removed. Unfortunately, a lot of YouTubers use this system unfairly and strike down videos that they just don't like. Liam's video was well within fair use guidelines, and there should be no reason for this video to be removed. Liam later posted a screenshot of what Jeffree claimed was uploading his content without permission. The claim says, "Image of Jeffree Star in a pool." Liam then shared the picture to his Twitter to show everyone what his entire video was removed for. This is literally a false copyright strike. If Jeffree felt like this video was in violation of his privacy, he could have filed a privacy complaint. That way, Liam could have blurred the picture and his channel wouldn't have a strike against it. After receiving 3 strikes, your entire channel is deleted, so this situation is extremely serious and stressful for creators. A lot of people feel like Jeffree didn't really care about the picture and cared more about the information that was in the video. If that's the case, once again, there are other ways to deal with this situation besides striking down his entire video. This week, Miss Nikita Dragun has gotten herself into a bit of drama after surprisingly managing to stay away from it for a while now. I'm sure you guys all remember Nikita's boyfriend that wasn't really her boyfriend because she actually just hired him to be her boyfriend, although they also went on to do a boyfriend Q&A on her channel months later and were in a ton of pictures together, so I'm pretty sure he actually was her boyfriend at one point because months later she announced that they broke up.
What?
Anyways, her fake or maybe not fake ex-boyfriend was spotted in pictures with Daisy Keech. Once word got around, Nikita decided the most grown way to respond to this was to shade Daisy on Twitter. Nikita wrote, "I ain't even mad when I see my ex with another girl. Like, you about to just be as embarrassed as I was when you find out what he's really about." I kind of feel like Nikita knew what she was doing here. She knew this would make it back to her ex and to Daisy and would end up starting drama. And that's exactly what happened. Her ex-boyfriend actually ended up replying to her and said, "You still love that word ex. It's been far too long to keep bugging about an old hoax. Wish you the best, Nikita." Daisy then retweeted his reply to her and then went on to quote tweet Nikita and handled the situation pretty maturely, if I do say so myself. She wrote, "Nikita, whatever happened is in the past. There's no need to tear others down. I hope you can move on and be happy. We truly wish you the best." Nikita then went on Instagram and asked people to no longer tag her in pictures of her ex and his new girlfriend. She also kind of talked about what he did to her, implying he was embarrassed to be with her and kept her a secret.
And I'm gonna ask one time, just really nicely, please, if you see anything with my ex or whatever, just don't tag me. Just don't. Yeah, with the whole ex thing, like, you know, wish him well. He, you know, him do him. Unfortunately, the sad reality being a trans woman is dealing with the fact that your intimate partner, man, woman, no matter what gender, sometimes has this kind of like about it behind the scenes, about it behind closed doors, but when it gets out in public, you know, you're not allowed out in the light of day, you know, because like they're too embarrassed to be seen with you, you know, like they're uncomfortable in their own masculinity, and that's something that girls like us like face all the time, you know what I mean? Like